So now that you're freelancing, can you give me the top 3 things you like about freelancing? Maybe things that you didn't get when you were going into a real job?
Yeah, I think just the gratification of your creativity actually being recognized and getting those responses from clients saying, wow, I love your logo you designed, or I love the website you did for me, which is things you don't get in a 9-to-5 job. You get recognition maybe on a piece of paper, but there's no emotion with it. When you work for clients and you freelance, you help them build their business, and if you see someone really making a success of the website you help develop, it's out of this world. It's something there's just a gratification, and then of course being flexible, having more time for family, having more time for the stuff you love. There's a lot of things that you just. There's so many more pros than cons because you're a freelancer now. I always joke on the FreeUp, we have a network chat just among the social group that we have on the FreeUp network, and we often joke that it's 12 p.m. and I'm still in my jammies. It's another lifestyle. It's a freer lifestyle at the end of the day. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I always say real job, quote unquote. I mean, I tell people all the time, I've never had a real job. But it's kind of cool, that mentality that instead of working for someone else, you're in business for yourself. I mean, you're doing all aspects of your business. You're marketing and lead generation to find clients. You're coming up with the systems and the processes, and having that creativity to tweak and make adjustments and use your brain to, I mean, even the finances, the bookkeeping, the making sure that you stay in business. There's a lot of more aspects of it that become more complex than just, hey, I'm a teacher for 40 hours a week, or I'm in construction, whatever that is. But there are those pros. You do get the flexibility. You do get to wear whatever you want at all times. You get to hang out with your dog. I saw your dog barking in the background, or I heard him. Yeah. There's just so many pros that sometimes people don't think of. And would you agree the lifestyle's not for everyone?
Oh, absolutely. I think probably one of the careers that take the most discipline to succeed in is probably freelancing. If you're not structured and you're not disciplined about planning your hours, communication with your clients, it's a lot to handle, and I've even considered getting a VA to help me with all of these things. But I think at the end of the day, it's not for everyone. You've got to, except for the experience that you need to be part of a team like this. I think it's something that some people will do for maybe 6 months and say, hey, whoa, this is not for me. It's not consistent enough. There's no guarantees. But at the end of the day, you kind of guarantee your own success. If you keep working at it, nothing comes for free. It's hard work.
Yeah, it's like building any other business, and that's kind of, I always get, hey, why aren't you adding new freelancers to the platform that have no freelancing experience? And in my mind, these people don't know that they want to be freelancers. They might see the cons of the real job. They don't want to go to work every day. They don't want all the things that go with it, but they haven't experienced what it's like to be a freelancer. I mean, there are ups and downs. There are busy times and slow times and issues and disputes. And like you said, nothing is guaranteed. But if you fight through it and you focus on the process and you figure out, hey, what are my goals? What do I want? How can I build a better freelancing business? That's when you have success. And you can even take your freelance business to the next level. Like you said, hiring VAs. I can't tell you how many freelancers on the platform are also clients, and they're hiring VAs and they're using them to do lead generation or social media or time management. And they're offering their business not just on the platform, but in other places as well, and really getting creative. Can you talk a little bit about that? Where do you offer your service outside of FreeUp?
I work exclusively through FreeUp at the moment. I mean, I just enjoy the security that it offers both the clients and the freelancers. I've worked on many platforms. I don't know if I can mention them here, but all the freelancer.com, Fiverr, all of those, without any success really. Because I think the big thing there is that there was never a support structure really for the freelancers itself. I think, it's a bit of a mashup between managing and starting a new business. When I decided to asked to join FreeUp, I was referred by a friend of mine who I knew for many years that actually moved to the Philippines, Moses. And when he made contact with me, he said, "Hey, Steve, I forgot. You know everything. You should work for FreeUp." But yeah, I don't offer services anywhere else at the moment. As I say, I enjoy the security in the network because it's just at the end of the day, it's clients can drop you like this. Freelancers can drop clients like this. It's sort of a thing that's in the culture. But I've as you know, we've had a few things we had to solve, and the support was great from the FreeUp team for me as a freelancer, and also I think for the clients. So yeah, that's me. If you look at my portfolio online, I think we had this discussion, and I said, I'm exclusive to FreeUp because I'm happy. That's the way I'm going now.
It sounds like that's where you are right now. I always encourage freelancers, just offer your services elsewhere, even if you land 1 or 2 clients or there's breaks in between. I mean, dude, just like I wouldn't want to limit FreeUp to only these types of clients, you always want to open yourself out there and do everything you can to grow your business, but it's obviously a personal decision as well. What other pros or cons are we missing? What are the things that people that have not freelanced before, that what are they not thinking about? Could be a pro or a con.
One big pro for me since joining FreeUp especially is the broadening of my skills. I learned new skill sets because I saw those tickets there. I said, well, that can't be too difficult. Let me learn something about that. That person wants that, and I've done that maybe a few years ago, but let me see what it's all about now. Discover new software, discover new skills, and at the end of the day, just broadening your horizons with I think that's a big thing about freelancing, because let's be honest, anything you want to do, you can learn online. So I think there's got to be a motivation for you as well to say, I can not only work as a freelancer, I can always also learn, and it's almost like you're sort of forced into that. You have to learn because you're going to miss out on those great tickets if you don't learn the skill. Now I know that we get audited on our skills, and we'll have to go through that if I say, hey, I want to add that to my skill set. But I don't think knowledge is anything that anyone can ever take away from you. And there'll come a stage where I say, hey, Nate, I can now do Ruby on Rails. Let's do the test and see what I score on the test. So that's a big thing that I think freelancers miss, is that you're not going to get stuck with your set of skills that you start with today. You're gonna expand, because you're gonna learn, because you're gonna bring home the bacon at the end of the day. And expanding your skill set will allow you to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Any other pros or cons that you can think of that we didn't cover?
I would say one con, maybe not as much a con as a reality, is that you're gonna have we get weekly invoices done, but you're going to have bad months and good months, and you've got to have extra financial skills to plan for those bad weeks and bad months. It's not always a nice thing to realize, hey, the billing period's ending tomorrow and I didn't make my target. But I think that's probably, if I had to call it a con, that's probably the biggest thing, that there isn't that consistency. But once you start landing those clients that become lifetime clients or long-term clients, that sort of fades away. I've got a few guys that I work for now that I had one guy last night say, hey, I didn't see any billing from you last week. I said, well, I didn't work for you last week. You didn't have anything to do on your website. You didn't give me any work. Oh, okay. No, I thought you were on some sort of retainer. I said, no. Only when I work for you. And he's become a great lifetime client, I believe. He's launching 3 other websites. So I think once you get into that groove of having your lifetime clients, most times it can be a give and take situation. I used to be in real estate long ago, and my principal at the real estate agency said to me one day, remember something, always look at the future value of a client. He might only spend $20 with you now, but in 2 years from now, you might have ended up with that client spending $2,000. You know?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And I always encourage, if you're a freelancer and you have a client that you like, feel free to set them up on a retainer, on a fixed weekly price, fixed monthly price, have them commit X amount of hours a week so that you can manage your schedule and fill it in. And there are things you can do on the freelancer side as well. But I really appreciate you coming on. It's always good to hear from another person that, besides me just talking about working from home and the pros and cons that go with it. And yeah, I appreciate it, and have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. Same there. Thanks for everything.
No problem.
Cheers.
Those of you listening, go to freeup.com with 3 E's. Check out our blog. You can create a client account to hire freelancers. If you're a freelancer out there, apply to get on our platform. We have lots of clients waiting for you. Hey everyone. I'm making content like this all the time. If you like this video, please comment and like below. Also, click the subscribe button to get even more content brought to you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be back at the end of the next video to remind you again.